thank you all for coming on such short notice. I hope everything was fine getting here. The food will be done soon, and just enjoy the drinks in the meantime.
Annie, I hope traffic getting here wasn't too bad.
It was fine. Traffic was light.
Good. And what about you?
Yeah, it was fine.
Are you feeling all right?
I'm feeling great.
Is he all right?
There's poison in this.
Oh my god, poison! How did that get in there?
Nobody move anything!
Who are you? Get out of my house!
I'm a detective, here to investigate this crime.
How did you know this was happening?
My detective senses were tingling. Now, how long has he been unconscious for?
Maybe 30 seconds? Are you really a detective?
I come from a long line of detectives. My parents were detectives, and their parents before them were detectives, and so on.
Wait, are you all named detective, or are you all detectives?
Both. Now, do you know where someone might have gotten this kind of poison?
Yes, I recognize this kind of poison, and I think I have a solution. The antidote, it's gone.
Is it now?
Yes, this is where I keep all of my poisons and antidotes.
Why do you have a cabinet for that?
Rats.
Rats.
Yes, and the poison that was used was rat poison, and here it is.
Yep, this is poison, all right. Okay, we now know that our culprit used this poison on him and then stole the antidote.
But the only people that have been here this whole time are just us three.
Which means that the only suspects are all of you.
Do you really think one of us would do that?
I can't believe it.
Well, it looks like we've got a first-degree murder case on our hands.
He's still alive. He just needs the antidote.
Get a grip! There is no cure for death! There's only one thing we can do now. Bring him justice. You're Stacy Alder, the aunt of the victim.
So, what's going on?
I'm going to figure out who had the opportunity to poison the victim. So where were you when the drinks were being prepared? Give it to me in detail. Leave nothing out.
I was driving to the house.
And once you arrived?
I opened the door.
And after that?
I walked up the stairs.
Okay, a bit less detail.
They threw me out of the kitchen and I drank my drink early.
Wait, go back.
I thought you wanted less detail.
No, just explain.
Well, I was taking random ingredients out of the cabinet and flinging them around, so they threw me out.
And what about everyone else? Anything suspicious?
Oh, I can't tell you.
Why?
That would be a detail.
James Alder, the grandfather of the victim. Where were you at the time of the poisoning?
Well, this is my house, so I was here setting things up.
Did you see anything suspicious?
Well, Chris was acting odd the whole time, like he was on edge for some reason.
Interesting. I think we have our new lead.
He was the victim.
Dang it! Annie Alder, sister of the victim. Where were you when the victim was poisoned?
How do you have a file on me?
This folder is empty.
So, you were reading an empty folder?
Answer the question.
I showed up last and all the food was already ready, so I just helped with the drinks.
Was anyone being suspicious?
Well, my grandpa kept insisting that we do it the traditional way and that I was doing it wrong and mixing up tablespoons of salt with cups of salt.
Right. Got it. All we know is that any of them had the opportunity to poison the victim and steal the antidote. But we don't know exactly why they did it. Of course! We need to find a motive! Good thinking. Did you talk at all to the victim before the poisoning?
Only for a second. I told him about my new car and my new couch and my new phone.
And what did he think about this?
But that was only until Annie interrupted us and the two of them started talking.
What were they talking about?
I didn't really listen, but that Annie interrupting us so rudely like that? Ugh.
You don't have a high opinion of her?
Don't tell her this, but she's adopted.
I'm adopted?
Calm down. What were you and the victim talking about before the incident?
He seemed a little off, so I asked him if you'd seen the recent post I made about it.
Post?
Did you not hear? I post all about his failures, insecurities, and bad decisions.
I see.
Oh, this is a good one. This is him right after getting dumped. It was hilarious.
I see. It's a wonder he wasn't the one killing you.
Oh, he's fine. So anyway, I showed him my latest post about him, and he was a little angry about it. But then he calmed down, and then we both sat at the table.
Okay, that's all I need from you.
Oh, wait, I have another one to show you.
How was your relationship with the victim?
No issues, really. He came over early to set things up, remember?
You told me that already. Any issues setting things up?
No, everything was fine.
I feel like you're keeping something from me.
No, it's just... He didn't know where everything was, so I had to keep correcting him.
Right, because you knew where everything was.
I recognize this kind of poison, and I think I have a solution. Yes, this is where I keep all of my poisons and antidotes.
Wait! When we went into the poison cabinet, you knew exactly which poison had been used. How did you know?
You'll never get a confession out of me. Alright, fine. I did it.
Just as I suspected.
When he came over early to help set things up, he was being so disrespectful. I decided that I should just teach him a little lesson and put a little bit of poison into his drink. I was just going to scare him. I meant to give him the antidote right after, but by then it was gone.
Are you saying you didn't steal the antidote?
No, it was just gone.
Well, this is all wrapped up, right?
Not quite. He didn't admit to stealing the antidote, only to the poisoning. And we don't know for sure that it wasn't the same person.
Well, I mean, it has to be, right? It makes sense that it be the same person.
Ugh, no wonder you're adopted.
I'm adopted? I'm posting about this.
This investigation isn't over until we know who stole the antidote. What did you think of the victim?
Well, he was always a bit dumb, but I didn't let that bother me.
Did you ever fight?
Well, only once.
What was it about?
Well, I took his crayons, so he got mad.
How old were you?
5.
That makes more sense. Okay, that's all I need.
No, wait, I have to show you this post I made about this. The caption is, Chris fell into a coma. LOL.
Well. If it isn't the likely suspect.
It wasn't me, I swear.
I must say, you're concealing the truth better than I thought you would.
Thank you. Wait, no, I'm not.
Well then, tell me, what did happen?
I went to get the poison and the antidote was still there.
When did you do this?
Before anyone other than Chris had arrived.
Quite early, which means that everyone had the opportunity to take the antidote.
Exactly.
And he was a little angry about it. But then he calmed down.
Teach him a little lesson and put a little bit of poison into his drink.
It's a wonder he wasn't the one killing you. I figured it out. I know who stole the antidote.
Well, if you know who it is, then tell us so that we can give them the antidote.
Not yet. First, I have to explain how I figured it out.
You gotta be kidding.
Stone.
The first thing I realized is you're all terrible people.
You're terrible.
Is this really relevant?
It is relevant, because I was struggling to find a motive for any of you. But then I realized that he had the strongest motive out of anyone.
What are you trying to say?
He came over to the house before anyone else because he was going to poison all of you.
He what?
I'm turning this into a novel when we're all done.
Before he knew that the poison was stolen, he wanted to be the only one with access to the antidote.
So he had it this whole time?
Yup.
Ah! What just happened?
I just saved your life.
Thank you?
So we're all free to go, right?
No, you still poisoned someone.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Let's all get back to dinner. Do you want to join us?
No thanks. Justice doesn't rest.
Got it.
Who was that?
You know, I'm not too sure.